What is happening? How's it going? Jonathan Dunkerley here. You can call me Dunk. And today we're going to talk about how I am generating leads that are making me money with AI using ChatGPT. And I don't think that people really understand the power that AI offers, the power that you're able to really harness when you have something like ChatGPT and other AI tools. But I'm just going to share this post that I just created. And if you do want to grab, by the way, I have this AI profit checklist, but I have this checklist which just shows literally the step-by-step process that you need to do to clone what I do. If you want to do it for a different niche, you can. You could just use this magical thing. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called ChatGPT or any of the other AI tools, Gemini or Grok, I think is with a X or whatever. But there's a whole bunch of different options. You could have it rewrite it and find different things for you. But if you want to just clone this funnel, you could just steal everything that I do. Just rip me off. Seriously. I'm like, there's so many people in the world. You could be doing exactly what I'm doing and just copy me all the way down the line. I don't care. Rip me off, copy everything I'm doing. I encourage it. I encourage you to rip me off. I'm just going to quickly share this list. And if you do, there's two ways that you can grab this list, by the way. You can go to aiprofitchecklist.com, which I'm just going to bring it up right here on the screen, that URL right there. Or you can just jump into my school. I just share it like right here, a direct link to that page. And either way, whatever you prefer. And so I'm just going to share that out. And then I'm also just going to quickly share it out to one other platform right here. This is a Facebook profile that I actually recently started. And this is just one way that, so I create these, all the content for this is created with AI. And I'm going to show you how to create image posts in particular today on how to do this and find ones that are already working. And you could find these on places like Facebook. You could find them on Instagram. You could find them on YouTube. You could find them wherever you could find image posts where people are basically marketing using image posts. This will share out to a public Facebook profile. And it's going to give you people the link to this live. Maybe you missed the live and you're hanging out with me during the replay. It also gives a link to a landing page, which is the second way that you can go grab that checklist. And this is part of the funnel. This is part of the strategy. So if you're like, oh, he's trying to get my email, I am. That's part of the strategy. That's part of how it works. That's how marketing works online. If you ever see somebody like offering something and you want it and all what they want you to do is opt into an email address, I'm giving you something that you could just opt out if you want. There's this little button at the bottom of every single email. At least there should be. If there's not, it's spam and you should mark that as spam. But it has this little thing that says unsubscribe. So you could always hit that unsubscribe button, claim the freemium thing that somebody sent you, their little free, the free lead magnet or whatever it is. In my case, it's a Google Sheet, which you could just save and then unsubscribe if you want. Or you could just study their marketing and learn what they're doing. And that's what I would say you should do for most people is learn what people are doing and clone what they're doing. And with things like ChatGPT, it makes it so easy for you to clone and reduplicate. So let's go. Hey, what's up, Jillian? How's it going? And what's up, Chris? It's great to see you. I love that you're coming and hanging out with me live. It really does mean a lot. So I'm just going to hit the post button for this. And you think that I'm going to stop by posting this to school and to just my Facebook profile? Oh, no, that's not me. If I don't stop there. So I'm just going to, again, going to go back over to Safari, back over here. And what I also do is I use this tool called Radar. And Radar, you could use a bunch of different things. You could post this all manually, but what I do is I syndicate my posts to a whole bunch of different platforms. And right now, these are I'm using Radar mainly to post to Facebook pages, as well as I'm experimenting with this other platform. It's called Blue Sky. It's like a Twitter clone. And I'm testing it out. So as you can see, I'm slowly growing this account. I haven't actually directly interacted, but I have 51 posts. I'm slowly getting followers. I get interaction. I get leads from this already. So it is working. One thing that I would note is that you can't post a video that's over 60 seconds. And if a post goes too long, it does split it into continuations like this. This post was a little too long. Just like other platforms, there's a limit. So what I do is I see it's Sunday right here, the 5th, and I'm just going to hit this little plus button, and I'm going to go to this one where it says text, and I'm just going to paste this in here, right here, and it's going to give this little tiny blurb. And now sometimes when there's links, it does throttle it, but it's better than actually not posting. I'm telling you, if you're gonna post, you might as well post. So now all what I need to do is I need to go to channels. I'm gonna say all channels, and I'm gonna just post it. And now when I hit publish, I don't even have to think about it. There we go. It started publishing, and now that's gonna publish to, I think I have 17 profiles that are linked to this. And now I could syndicate this. And I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing because this also works for other things. Look at this right here. My next post that's going to go out is actually the kind of post that I'm going to show you how to make today. And this right here, where it's an image, that's not really me going out to the city and taking a picture of myself. I generated this all with AI and it has my face in the image. And you could do this just fine. You can go to ChatGPT and use DALL-E, which is included with ChatGPT Plus, and you could generate generic images if you don't want to do this. Every time that somebody sees this, whether you realize that it's an AI generated image or not, you're going to start recognizing me. And when you go, oh, that's that person from that live stream. Oh, that's that person that I saw in that other post. It's not like some sort of generic post. You recognize my face. Over time, you're going to start recognizing my face, even though it's generated with AI. It's close enough. So I say that AI is generous. It takes a good 5 to 10 years off my face. It clears up them wrinkles, but it's really easy to use these tools. And see, I have these scheduled out. And what I do is I actually use these documents like this. This is a CSV file, a comma separated value. It's just basically think of it like an Excel file. And I could schedule these out. Look how far out I scheduled this out. I have this scheduled out all the way through June 26, 2025. So I have an image post going out to all my Facebook pages. I have image posts prepared. Unfortunately, I still have to do them manually on Facebook personal profiles because they don't want automations on Facebook personal profiles because they're personal profiles and not business profiles. Marketing material generated by AI that I based off of images that are already posted that other people did the work to figure out for me for 6 months. I already had it scheduled out. And when I'm ready, I could just go back and start at the beginning, or I could just slowly add to this list. And next, I have a year's worth. And if I want to start a new profile, or if I start marketing to a new profile, I could always just take that and start this, upload the CSV file, update the dates, and then I now am warming up a new profile that's going to get me leads with AI and get them into my email autoresponder, get them into my ecosystem. And then I could help them win because I like helping people win. If you're winning, then that means that you're sticking around and that's going to help me make money as well. So if you want one bit of advice, the more you help other people, the more you give away, the more you actually give back, the more you're actually going to make. Selfish marketing leads to nothing. It leads to no money eventually. If you want to actually go and have passive income and relax at the beach and still be making money, you need to be able to be very selfless and give things away. That's my bit of advice. Maybe I'm getting on a high horse. So let me just show you an example of the type of post that we're going to create today. And again, if you do get value out of this, it would really mean a lot if you just smash that like button, just hit thumbs up, whether you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on X, I guess it's a heart on X, give it a heart on X and share it out to anybody that needs to learn about this. It really does mean, and if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot. It does help the algorithm so more people could learn about how to use these tools in order to make passive income with AI. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you the exact type of post that I'm going to grab. And I'm going to grab it from Facebook this time because, so I'm going to grab this one right here. And we were looking at Facebook. And the types of posts that you could find are like, here's one, ooh, refresh. You could just go to your feed. And what you do is you could actually go to Facebook groups that are in your niche. So say you're saying, Jonathan, I don't want to do AI stuff. I don't want to teach that. Great. Go join Facebook groups that are in your niche. If you're in a different niche than me, modify this to whatever your niche is. Go join those groups and see what like social media posts or what image posts people are using. Where did I go? But once you join those groups, they start showing up on your feed. There I am right there. Look at me. But as I scroll down, also text posts are a good way to find those things. But here's an example of the same type of post that I'm using. This is also, you could tell this is also AI generated. They're using a very similar strategy where somebody is holding up a sign that has some text on it and it has a call to action to do something. It could be to go to your link. It could be to comment yes. It could be to do something. And when people comment yes on those, it triggers the algorithm and shows these posts to more people. But you're seeing all these different types of posts. This is somebody's profile. Look at there. And here's actually a post that I did right here where I posted this on my personal Facebook profile. And these are all AI generated. Here's another example of one that's not in the image where people are using the AI generated images. I would probably do a little bit more to make this look a little cleaner if it were me, but take your pick. So what we're going to do, you could also do this with Instagram. You could also do this with Twitter, wherever you see these types of posts. If you wanted to go and scroll down the list, and let me just refresh it. Refresh these pages so you can see fresh. I'm just going to scroll down. I don't particularly just like these. I'd want to have some text on them because this just looks like an AI generated image. I would go one step further. So we're just going to scroll down until we see an image that we want to copy. And when I say copy, I'm not saying you're going to just rip them off. I'm saying we're going to use it as inspiration. And this is a brand new Facebook profile that I am experimenting with. So just keep that in mind that I am slowly, as you do this and start adding friends in Facebook groups, you're going to start seeing more of their posts. So here's an example of one. So what you would do is you could just click this. I would do it in 16 by 1 by 1 frame. In all honesty, is what I would do. But now all you need to do is, if you can save it, right click, save image, and then save it to your computer. Look at it. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I think that's actually my first super sticker. I've had super chats, but I've never had a super sticker. This is a big thing. Thank you, Jillian. Appreciate you. You're awesome. So I'm going to save this, download it, and you don't have to stop with one. Just go down the list and find which ones look good to you. I like that picture, but it's not going to be relevant to what my thing is. I like abstract art stuff. Like this might be actually good if you added text to it. This would be a cool one because it has the drones in the sky. But I like the ones, I'm going to show you how to clone your face into it, just other people are doing. We're just going to go down the list until, and as you add more people, like here's one that Chase, he's actually one of the people that showed me this strategy. So if you like this image, he's standing on a street. I'm giving away money, comment the word. Now, if that's not, you could always change the text that's on the sign. And there's another one that you could do. Boom, boom. So here's another one that Chase did. And he's asking to use the word free. But I'm going to show you another little hack on another way. One of the problems with this is that you do constantly have to be paying attention to replying to comments if it doesn't work. So that's, if you're not paying attention, it might go down that rabbit hole of not actually, of you having a whole bunch of comments that you need to do. And we're talking about passive income. So we want to make it as passive as possible. So go down here and we keep on going down until we find as many as we want to start with. I found a whole bunch of these also on Instagram. Like I'll go to Instagram real quick and show you how to do it on Instagram. I don't think I'm logged in on this browser. Graham. So if you follow people that are doing social media marketing, I don't know if you understand like how social media marketing works. You follow different people. Yes, as passive as possible. I hunt this. Preach it, Jillian. Preach it. Passive as possible. We want our time back. That's what I do. That's what I want. You can make this as complicated as possible if you want to. I think one of the things, just to deviate from what I was just saying for 1 second, I think that a lot of people, they try and create this, I need to be famous, internet famous. Who the F cares if you're internet famous? If you get all these people that get likes, congratulations, go to the bank and deposit them. Oh, wait, you can't deposit likes into the bank. You can deposit money. Did you know that? You can deposit money. You cannot deposit likes. So if you have this amazing social media following and you're getting all these likes, I hope that it's worth it for all that effort just to feel good about yourself. What I'm teaching right now is how to actually get leads that lead to making money. Now, you could go and create an autoresponder and use your autoresponder and use all those things. But if you don't get leads that go into something like you can, it doesn't matter if you have an autoresponder if there aren't people opting in. And if you want to do this as organically and automated as possible, these strategies do work. So go back to this. And I'll just actually show you some of the ones that I've looked at before. Let's just go to actually Chase's, who I learned a lot of these things from. But take a look at some of the things that he's done. And he creates a whole bunch of these images. And they work. You can look at how this has 337 comments. Some of them don't do as well, but because they're generated with AI, you don't have to sit in front of Canva or whatever and generate these things over and over again. You just hit the recycle button. Do it again. That's all you have to do. It's not about doing it the hard way. Like, like, boom, boom. See all of these different images. You can do things like this where the text is on the image if you want, and you can mix it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab one of Chase's images as well. I like that. They look good. He likes cars. There we go. And I'm going to show you a little hack how you can make it even more unique. So why don't we grab this image right? Or actually not that one. I'm going to grab one where there is no sign so I can show you how, just to see how you would do it. He's doing mostly signs. Let's just modify, do one with the sign, and then I'll show you how to tweak it. Because we're trying to create a whole bunch of these things. If you can't save it, you could just right click. I think you could save it here, right? If not, you just screenshot. On a Mac, it's Command, Shift, and then 4, and then you could drag, and you can create the image just like this. So cool. Now, what I do at that point is I just created a screenshot, and I'm just going to go over to ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT, the plus version. It's $20 a month. That's what I use. And I created a little custom GPT project. You can just create projects with it right here. And one reason that I like projects is I can create this beautiful thing called a custom instruction. And once you start creating this custom instruction, you're going to be able to just quickly recycle the same exact type of prompt over and over again. So find a prompt that you like, give it examples, and then it's going to start giving you a predictable output. So you can look at this chat. I just have this one chat that I've been using, and it makes things really easy. So we can scroll back up to the top where I started it, just so you can see how I started the chat. So I just said, I use this image of Chase actually to start, and I gave it this prompt. This is analyze this image and title. Write me a prompt to generate an image using an AI image generator. The one I'm going to be using is called Repl.it. The character in the image is called Jonathan because I have a trigger word in Repl.it to make it look like me if I use my name. And include Jonathan's name at the beginning of the prompt. And the reason why you want it at the beginning of the prompt is because if you have it at the beginning of the prompt, it's more likely to trigger that trigger word. Jonathan does not have glasses or a beard, and that's because I used an image of Chase. And in my images, I prefer just not to have glasses in the images. So it generated this prompt. And then I ended up going over here to Repl.it and generating the image. So now all what I need to do, make sure I got the same one, is I'm just going to do the same exact thing, but with this new image that I just grabbed of Chase. And I'm just going to grab, where did I put it? Screenshot. I got to save the screenshot. Just gonna save it to my desktop and drag it over. And if you do want to grab these prompts that I have, again, they're on the checklist. I'm going to show you just 1 second. So if you do want to follow along, grab these same prompts, you can just go to my checklist and I have 50 plus AI signs. And I even gave you the prompts. Look, a whole bunch of prompts. If you're not a blonde white guy like me, then take this prompt, drop it into ChatGPT, give it a few of your personal characteristics, maybe change the gender, and it will respin that prompt. And you could use the same prompts that I used. Just tell it to do a light respin on it. And then I just say remix, remix, remix. And I get a whole bunch of prompts just from that one image. Like I'll even do that with this. I'll add whatever I got here into this list. And I think I have 60 in here right now. And you're welcome to just grab them. They're right here at the bottom, as well as my remix prompt that I use to remix the images and just create a whole bunch from that one prompt. So now I'll just show you the kind of the remix prompt that I got. And these are all the text that I generated to go with them, all in big bulk text. So I would just I'll just grab it from here. And then I'm just going to paste it in here. And again, if you need to make any little modifications, but now I'm going to be able to just hit this prompt. It's going to give me a new prompt based off of the image. It's going to look at this image. It's going to generate a new prompt for me. And again, if you want it to be different characteristics, just make a few notes. And look, it generated a prompt. Short, confident, and bold. I thought that said bald. Bold. There we go. So now, if I wanted to change the words on here, I can. And if you do want to create your setup with Repl.it, there is in the checklist right here. I have Repl.it right here. And it's not an affiliate program or anything like that. I'm just showing you how to do it. And the tutorial that I followed in order to set this up was actually one made by Matt Wolf. And it's linked right here. So go ahead and grab that tutorial. It's completely free. It's completely free to set up. All you have to do is train the model on your face. And what you're doing is you're renting CPU space on a remote server. If you wanted to go through all of the trouble of setting this up locally on your computer and you have a fast computer that can handle it, then you could do that. But I'll tell you, I generated 6 months of posts for about $11. So if you can get ideas, is it worth your time to do all of that effort to save $11? Just think. And then I generate my thumbnails with this now. I generate a whole bunch of image posts. This tool just saves me so much time. So now I'm going to go over to Repl.it, like I just said, right here. And what that will do is it will help you install this thing called the Lucataco LoRa, FluxDev LoRa. And that's just a custom model that is installed in here. And then you're also going to want to train your face. And that's hosted on a platform called Hugging Face. There's no cost to Hugging Face to do this. It's just the platform that's hosting your face or your model. So what I do is I go here and now I'm going to paste the prompt that we got from ChatGPT in here. And if you want to modify what's on the screen, I'm going to just change a few little things just because I want to show you how to make this. My AI clone makes me over $1,000 a day. Respond. I'm going to say with yes, because that was a typo. And then I'm going to add one more thing because I want to add it on. Check this out. I want to have the link. So this is one way that you could say AI profit checklist.com. So that's my landing page. So now what I do is I like to keep, just so you know, so this is like a thumbnail that I generated. I've been using the same seed. So when you generate something with Repl.it, you can come down here and it will show you like the log. But if you come to the top, it has this thing called a seed. And if you leave it blank right here, down below, you leave it blank, it's just going to grab a random seed. Oh, you signed up for Repl.it? What I do is I post that seed right here. It's going to use a custom seed. It's going to use that custom seed over and over again. If you leave it blank, it's going to use a random one. Oh, replicate. If you do need help, Jillian, just let me know. You're in my school. And one of the ways that I'm able to help people is if they do go through my affiliate links, I'm even more able to help you because basically you're hiring me that way. That's the way that I see it, at least. I'm happy to help you. What I do is I turn prompt strength to 1, and then I like to just pump out several outputs. So I do 4 outputs, and then I need to update my directory. And this is basically the Hugging Face directory. And for me, this is my directory. You're going to have a different directory. And I'm going to paste that right here. There we go. And I like to just swap the output from WebP just because Ping is a little bit more compatible with a lot of things. But now I'm just going to hit run. And it's going to generate me 4 possible images that I could use. It's starting the generation. It's going to take a minute. Since I'm doing 4, it won't show me the output until all 4 are done, just so you know. Once it hits 25, I mean, I hit it a couple seconds ago. We're almost to 25%, and that's how long it would take to generate 1 image. Because this is a commonly used LoRa, it's always warm, which means that it starts faster. If it says cold, it just means that it's going to take a minute for it to warm up and start using the output. But this one's used a lot, so it's not going to take as much money or as much time to start. Just see how that started right away. Now we're about 50% done with the output. Almost done. Almost done. Anticipation is killing me. Almost there. 95. 96. There we go. Okay, so these are usable. I would probably, I would want that link to be bigger though, but these definitely are usable now. I mean, it didn't even do the link on this one, but like this is actually the best one. I think it says 1,000 twice. But one thing about mistakes is there's always some smartass that wants to point out the mistake that you made. Like, oh, that didn't work. It's all good. Just they'll point out the mistake, but they don't realize that they're triggering the algorithm and making more people see your post. Good for them. I love it when people call out that little mistake that I did by accident. So now what are we gonna do? I'm not done here yet. I'm not done. Look, I look so good with those sunglasses on. Man, I look good. So I did make a few little tweaks to this. So I'm gonna grab that same prompt that I just had there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just paste this back in. Please do a light remix of the prompt. And you could say what you mean by remix. I've already told it that I will change the color of the shirt, maybe change the background a little bit, change the sign. Now, now of the prompt, make sure the URL is large and easy to read. So I want, so now, again, this is trial and error. So now I have maybe 2 from the last one that I could still use. And it's going to give me another prompt. Let's generate net prompt. Come on, generate the prompt. And while that's doing, I'm just going to open up another replicate page. I just like having a fresh page. There we go. Now I don't want to have the HTTP, so I'll erase that. Vibrant yellow. Text reason. URL is written in large, bold lettering. So I'm just going to grab that. Light remix of the prompt. I'm going to go back over to replicate. Click here. Paste it in here. And I'm just going to, because I don't want to have the HTTP because nobody needs to actually type that in, remove that. And again, I'm just going to update these things real quick. I'm going to generate 4 at once. I'm going to click this so you can see. I'm just going to paste, copy and paste from here, grab the seed, paste it over here, seed, my directory right there, hit that and hit ping and just double check everything's good and hit run. And now it's going to generate, and some of these might be good, some might be bad, but now you can keep on rinsing and repeating this. And if you want to go crazy, you could say, okay, do a light remix, but put Jonathan, and you'd use your name in front of, remove the sign and put the text in graffiti, because I'm not a graffiti artist. There we go. It's in graffiti on the brick wall. Let's try this. Is experimenting. Try, and this is something different. Now it's not necessarily going to be me holding a sign. Now it's going to be a different thing, but still have the same message. And I like it to feel organic, like it's not text that's on the screen. It's like text that's in the image. Boom, boom. You got it. Oh, what's up, Arish? Arish, did I say that correctly? Where am I from, Arish? I am from California. I live in like the LA area, but I'm not there right now. I'm visiting family that's a couple counties out of the way, but I will be back next week and my background will change because I'll be back home. I'm in an attic at my folks' house. And this isn't my usual setup and this isn't the usual camera that I use, but my advice would be just do it. Whatever you're going to do, just don't make excuses about, like, I'm not saying you are, just don't ever make excuses for, I don't have the right gear. When people tell me, oh man, I don't have the stuff to do to get this to work, you have a movie studio in your pocket if you have a cell phone, like a smartphone, like an iPhone, any of these things. If I could tell you like the things that I had to, like loopholes I had to go through when I was growing up trying to figure out how to get video stuff to actually work the way we wanted to, it's just mind blowing what the simplest tool is capable of, that we still had to go and figure out how to get stuff to do by jerry rigging things together and just making it work. So like, it's insane how many resources we have. So whenever anybody says, I don't have what it takes to do, you have so much more than we ever had at the beginning. And you have a studio in your pocket, a studio. And I actually work on TV and movies, and we actually use cell phones for a lot of the stuff that we still use. Like we buy cell phones with no SIMs in them to use as like the cameras that we'll use sometimes, as they call them producer cams now. I don't know. It's giving unqualified producer a camera and trying not to pay a camera operator. I'm going to get off my high horse on that. And thank you, Jillian, for helping me with the spelling. Okay. It didn't regenerate. And now let's click right here and see what it gave us. Look, it still went a little small, huh? But there you go. So like right here, I said to respond with word yes, and I'll show you how. This is a good one right here. So it gave me, out of these, 3 out of 4 of these I think are really good. This one is good too, but it's just the text is really small. I'm just gonna hit the download button. These are gonna go into rotation. But now let's try it again. Let's try it one more time with this new prompt that I just generated. It's actually this tab. This new prompt over here. Again, I don't need that HTTP, but now, a red brick wall on a sunny day. He is dressed in a fitted olive green hoodie. It was written large bold text placed partially on the bottom of the style. Okay, so now let's grab this. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to just remove the HTTP. I don't need that. But now I'm going to go back over to Repl.it. And you see how quickly I could post these. If I wasn't actually explaining this to you, I would be spinning a new one. I was able to generate half a year's worth of these posts in an afternoon. And if you're willing to put in half a day's worth of work to generate half a year's worth of posts, then you could do this. You could do this. So I'm like, the fact that this stuff is available to us is just mind blowing to me personally. Like it's so cool that this stuff is this easy. And The hardest part is literally just getting it set up, and go follow that link. It's a Matt Wolf video. He did a great tutorial. I'm not going to make the same tutorial. He did a great job on his. So I just wanted to remove I already did. Good, good. And go down, prompt strength. I'm going to grab my seed again. I'm going to grab my directory for my face clone. And then I am going to swap this. You could leave it as WebP, but I just like it as MPEG, NPG, ping. Why do I keep on saying MP? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so just double check. Good. Okay, run. Now, what I've done is I've actually created some variations. So now I could have, it could even be, think about the possibilities of where these signs could be like, I like them organically in, but you could also just have the text on the bottom. You can create an image. Let me just show you one, let me show you this while this is generating. Since I have ChatGPT Plus, I'm going to just grab this again. It's not going to be perfect because it's made for something else, but, and then I'm just going to remove the HTTP because I don't want that. Look at this. This is part of ChatGPT Pro or Plus, sorry. So now that's generating its own image. So it goes slow. There it goes. Now that's generating. Let's click what's going on over here. 75%. This is almost done. So say you tell me like, I can't set up ChatGPT. No, see, it doesn't come out as good. Why don't we go and grab one of these other ones that I did where it's not embedded in here? How about grab this one and try it again? There we go. Now let that generate and let's take a look. See, here's the problem with this. Now I found something that I need to make a note on. What I would tell it now, should let this generate so you can see. This is one of those other images. There you go. That's an image that you could generate right there. And you could use these, but it's not your face. Jonathan is off to one side of the frame and not blocking the text on the wall. Make sure the text is a different color than the wall, so it is easily readable. There we go. Now it's just going to update that prompt. And you see it says trial and error. So I'm not sure what BTech is, but are you trying to learn Python? If you're trying to learn Python, this is one thing that I would look at, just so you know while that's generating. I check this out. If you're trying to learn how to do machine learning and coding, Repl.it is a great tool. They have a free level, and they have this learn section over here, and they actually have 100 days of learning Python. It's completely free. They do have a thing where you could only host 3 of their projects at once, but if you delete one, I'm even going through it right now myself because I'm trying to learn Python. But you can go and it gives you a certain amount each month, and you can just go through that. I have been getting an insane amount of value from this course. They have an AI agent that helps you program and launch your AI tools directly on their platform if you want to host it through them, or you could take the code and host it somewhere else. It's one that I've been playing around with and I'm loving it so far. And they have so much education. Currency bot, this like a cryptocurrency bot that you could build into your Discord, all these different courses. They're really good. So if that's what you're referring to, I would go check this out. It's, again, their courses are free, but they do have a paid tier for if you want to use their AI agent, but you can go take their course for free, 100% free. That's what I would check out if that's what you're referring to. So let's go back over to the prompt. We made the modification. I do like this image, but I just don't like that I'm blocking it. And I don't like that. Okay, so now I'm going to grab that prompt one more time. Created an updated prompt. Again, I just got to tell. Oh, yeah, my pleasure. Just go check it out. Repl.it is great. It's one of my favorite. I'm so glad that I found it. So Now, replicate, which is a different thing. I'm going to open up another prompt. If you notice, one thing that's going to happen is once I find this brick wall example that I like, I'm going to be able to respin it. Once it's good, I'll just drop that in there and modify this slightly. And then I'll be able to pump out a whole bunch. Um, my Instagram is just, was it Jonathan W. Dunkerley is my handle, is the main one. But I mostly do stuff on like Facebook, YouTube, and other platforms and Twitter. But I need to get better at Instagram. I mostly just automate it to channels just to get leads, but not necessarily my personal one. Is I'm not very active on it, to be perfectly honest. But if you want to follow me, it's mostly just personal stuff. One of the best ways to learn how to do something is to teach it. Like, this is me actually, and also on top of everything, I'm hanging out with you. I'm teaching you. I'm showing you how to do something, and I'm creating content for myself right now. I'm going to use all this stuff. Like, I'm going to use these posts. These are actually posts that I'm going to use in my media. Uh, what am I doing now? I'm live streaming. I work on different TV shows and stuff. That's my day job. And I do this stuff because I enjoy passive income. Thing about the film industry is it actually doesn't have consistency. It's being bought up by a bunch of tech giants that don't know how to run the film industry, and they're killing it. I could have just sat around and waited for my industry to die, or I can go and do this and create passive income and actually have my time so I can go do whatever I want. I have a gig that I'm working on for MGM in a few days, but I don't have to do those things anymore. It's by choice. The power of no is a very powerful thing. If you could tell somebody, sorry, no, I don't feel like doing that because you're not offering me what I feel I'm worth, that's a very powerful thing to have. So with me, I want to have my income coming in online, and then I could go do whatever I want because I love it, because I'm passionate about it. That's where I stand on it. And that's part of the thing is like everybody, they want to build this super personal brand online. Why not focus on just making money, finding income streams that make you money, and then you could focus on whatever you want, whether it makes you money or not, and just live the life that you love. That's what I want. That's what I'm building. And that's why I want to help you build. It's like, that's my goal. I'll start with the coffee and then I'll drink the water. Mhm. Mm. It's cold now, but it's okay. It's got caramel creamer in it. Mm. And your images will look different because you probably be using a different seed than me, but you just find use it will do it at random. And again, see right here, it grabbed the seed. If it would have assigned a random seed, and if you want to grab that seed, you find an image that you generated that you like, grab that seed and always just paste it in, and it will keep on generating that same image over and over again, or that same style where it looks like it exists in the same world. Imagine, good way to put it is every Pixar movie somewhat looks like it is a Pixar movie, if that makes sense. I usually drink black coffee. And Jillian, I know you align with that. And I think that's why we resonate, because I want to help people that are going to, it's never the right answer. Never the question is like, how do I do this and not put in any effort? See that way too much. You don't want to just imagine if you put in a couple months of effort and it took care of you for the rest of your life. Most people won't want to do that. Oh, I like these. See, this is actually more along the lines of what I'm after. Look at this. I'm an AI clone and make over $1,000 a day. Now I do, like, literally, I'm building income streams. I also make money from going live, and I make money from getting leads. The powerful thing is actually the leads. So I use this to get emails. And then also, if they go to that, you could also set it up to collect phone numbers as well, which is if you're messaging people, which is even, I feel, more powerful than emails nowadays, because how often do you see every single email? Probably miss a couple of them. But imagine if you had text messages going out to everybody. And again, the tool that I'd use for that personally, you use whatever you want, but I would use this one right here, which is Go High Level, because it's basically a complete marketing suite. And I love it. You can go to startlistnow.com and it will take you to my affiliate link if you wanted to support me. Just so you know, that's what I would do. But I'm like, these are great. Boom. I'm an AI clone and I make over, look, I like this. And it even shows AIprofitchecklist.com. Now, what's the benefit of putting the URL directly on the image? If you go to something like a Facebook page like this, and you do these posts that I've been doing, see, I have all these automated. Look at this. So if I have this text post, it might get a little crushed with that. But if I have this image post, I have this right here. But if I have the URL directly in there, it will get more push because it's not like lowering the engagement because you have a link that's going off platform. No platform wants you to send them off platform. YouTube, for instance, when you do a community tab post, which is another place you could post these, they don't like it when you put a link to a landing page in your text post for an image. So this is a way that you could utilize this on YouTube and do it organically and not send people off platform. So now I could go back to my ChatGPT and I'm going to say, I like this. I'm going to make, I don't want to keep on removing the HTTPS every single time. So I'm just going to remove that. Let me see. Base the next ones off of this updated example below. Do a light remix. And again, you can make a note of the things that you wanted to remix, like this, of things, the color of Jonathan's clothes, the color of the wall, the color of the text, and make sure the text is always easily, and Jonathan. So now I do this, I'm gonna hit that. And you're gonna see how easy this gets once you find a prompt that works. So the work is really figuring out, I figured out a prompt that worked for those signposts. So now I'm showing you how to do it without them holding the sign, because eventually people are like, oh, it's another one of those signposts and this gets saturated. So now I have another prompt that's generating. Let me make sure I just save these so I could now just create another replicate while that's generating. And you get to rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Okay, that's almost done. It didn't listen to me about that part, but I'll have to make some notes. There we go. Oh yeah, you want to move on to the AI era. One thing that, okay, while this is it generating? Yeah, it's still generating. When all of this stuff, like I repurpose the, like this live is going to get repurposed as a re-upload. I take it, I re-download it, and then I take it and I put it into a tool that I use called Descript, and then I drop that video into there. It uploads it, and it actually even processes it, and it renders it and does it all in the cloud, so I don't have to use my computer's processing power. Crazy, right? And then I have it remove all the filler words because I'm probably going to say here and there, it happens, and things like that. Or I might say like something like that. It's probably going to catch me saying that right now, what I just said, and cut it out. And it will do that. And then I can do a light edit for clarity. And what I'll do is I'll just listen to a little bit of the video, make sure it sounds correct, and then I'll be able to re-upload it. Now I have another piece of content. I also have it download this camera feed right here, just the camera feed of me talking to you right now. And then I took that also into Descript. It's easyaiedits.com if you want to go through my link, clip it. And then when I re-upload that video, I take those clipped videos and I have it re-promote those videos. Now I'm going to get ad revenue if you have a monetized channel, of course. And if not, it's going to help you get more views and more watch time. That's going to get your channel monetized. Now I get more ad revenue from those shorts that send them to my long form video that gets more ad revenue from those, that gets more people onto my email list because more people are watching the video. It's more content. And here's the thing, if a video is also able to be chopped up into smaller pieces. For instance, I have one that I did on Facebook pages. So now you do a live stream and then you post the re-upload and then you have a bunch of shorts that come from it. And then you also potentially have other videos that are to come from it. And then you could re-chop that up and do the work one time and have AI do all that. That's AI doing it for me. It takes me a little bit of effort. It takes me about an hour to do what you would probably take somebody days in the past. So AI, it's going to take away, people say it's going to take away a lot of jobs. It will. But here's the thing. When people ever give me that AI is going to take away jobs, what jobs exist today that didn't exist 20 years ago? And what jobs existed 20 years ago that didn't exist 20 years before? And what jobs are you need to evolve as technology evolves. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind. It's the same example as what's happening in the film industry right now. These tech giants that don't know how to run the industry except into the ground are buying it up, and they're not going to, they don't care. Tech companies make money by pumping up the value of companies and selling. So why would I just sit around and wait for them to destroy my industry? I got to pivot. And if you don't pivot, you're going to be left behind. This is just another thing. .com bubble popped. People had opportunities in the 90s. It caught the 2000 bubble. .com bubble popped in 2000. And we still have the internet. It pivoted, it evolved. If you're not going to evolve, you will be left behind. Jobs change. If you think that you're going to have the same job that you had when you started, like, technology changes, things change. So now I am going to go back over to Repl.it again, and I'm going to show you, like, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Now I'm going to paste this. And if it doesn't come out good, there's this magical thing called generate a new one. It's not that hard. There we go. I'm going to grab seed again because you don't have to do the seed. I'm doing the seed because I want to have consistency. That's my choice. I'll grab that again. I'm going to paste this here. And then I am going to, I want it to be a ping. And now just double check. Great. And let's run. I just call them remixes. And what I'll probably do is, now that I have one that works, I'll take this example and I go to my custom instructions and I'm going to add it into that custom instruction. So it has another example of a good output that I like. And that way, even if I start a new conversation, a new chat inside this project, I'm going to get consistent outputs. There we go. Great. Another remix. The reason why it's like taking a little longer is because as these chats start to get long, it uses browser power. So there we go. Oh, look, another prompt. Slightly, I told it I wanted exactly the type of outputs that I want. And this is almost done. There we go. Let's see how these look. I'm just leaning up against a regular wall, but I'm an AI clone and I make $1,000 a day. Respond with a word. There we go. Where did it not? Oh no, I only did one output. How dare I? Oh, I didn't update this. Let's fix it. Run again. And just to show you, look at, I think I had, let's see how much it's actually charged me so far. This month, I've generated a lot of images this month. It has cost me $1.85. So just so you get an idea of how much this is actually costing me. And again, if you wanted to run this on your computer, it's going to use up your computer's processing power to do it. So you probably only run this for a couple bucks to make all of these images and that make me money. It's going to work. That's generating. And then again, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Vivid white and blue elements. Yep, yep. So now I can grab this next one. And rinse, repeat. Probably be the last one that I do just as an example, but I think you're getting the point. I want to show you one last part before. Boom, boom. Okay. There we go. Look. That didn't really work. It's not a thing, but so out of 1, 2, 3 posts. Well, 2 posts. This glitch there. So I got 2 posts out of this one. Hit download. Boom. Now I could just, again, I just created that other one. See how quickly you could start doing this if you just get a flow going. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. And if you didn't know, there is actually, if you wanted to use something like Repl.it, for instance, you could build a tool that will actually do this automatically. I like a little bit of control because I'm a control freak. Or I might just be a freak. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Am I a control freak or just a freak? Cool. I know it's, if you were to do this using something like Canva, you could and stuff like that. Go out and have a nice photo shoot, find something, take all day, and you get your 5 photos. But the point of this is to get leads. You're getting leads. I'm a dunk. I knew it. I knew I was something. Thank you for setting me straight, Jillian. Means a lot. But see, you could run an API right here. Freak's not a bad thing. It's funny. I have a 10-year-old niece, and she always tells me I'm weird. I'm like, that's great, awesome. That's something to be proud of. Nobody wants to be normal. What is normal? Normal's boring. If you're normal, you're boring. You got to be yourself. You got to be whoever you are. That's what I feel. And yeah, I love my nerdy little niece. And it's funny because she always points out, like, she'll start finding an interest and she'll be like, about that too? And I'm like, yeah, I knew about that years before you were even born. She's like, wow. Oh, she's realizing that I'm the Funkle. She's always known that. It's crazy what happens when you give a kid attention, right? I am the Funkle. It is great Funkle advice. And I was telling her about Comic-Con the other day, and she's like, what's Comic? Is that the thing over in like the convention center in Anaheim? I'm like, no, that's a convention. That's not Comic-Con. So, okay. So I'm an AI clone and make sure. So show you how. And also, let me show you one more part. So this, I'm noticing that it's doing the same. I actually like this. It's actually pretty cool. So I got like what, 2 or 3 out of this. But so I just told it to update it. But I wanted to keep the URL the same, and I wanted to say comment yes. But still asked to comment yes. Wait until they turn 13, right? She just got an iPad for Christmas, so it's like now I'm getting text messages from her all the time. It's, oh, she's growing up. So learn how I make money over how I make over $1,000 a day with AI. Comment yes, and I'll show you how. And then I have the link. She wants to start on YouTube and stuff like that. And she's, can you help me? And I'm like, I can show you how, but I don't have permission to show you how. You have to ask the parents, which 100% am behind. I can show people stuff, but I'm not going to. And if you do like these types of videos, just let me know in the comments. Let me know so I know to make more videos like this. I want to be able to make things that are helping you succeed. And I prefer doing these things on like lives versus just like private stuff because this helps. I find that this helps more people. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like more people are able to be helped when I just do this in public. Um, I'm glad it's helping, Jillian. And yeah, if it does help, share it out with somebody else that needs help. Give this video or give the repurposed one to somebody that needs to hear it, needs to see it. All right. So then we got prompt one. Awesome. If you need help, Jillian, let me know. Ask in my community, ask in my school. wealthonschool.com/wealth on autopilot. Wealth on autopilot. I can't speak today. It's also in the description on YouTube. There we go. Just double check that everything's good. And now we'll generate another one. So now I made those little modifications. It tweaks it. Thank you, Arish. Really means a lot. I'm glad. If I was just talking to a wall, then it wouldn't mean anything. If you guys weren't here and getting value from it, it does really mean a lot to me. That's the thing is no matter what, if you're going live, if you're making a video, you're always talking to one person. If you're making marketing copy, you're not, hey, how's everybody doing today? Because there's always just one person on the other end of the camera. Everybody that's watching right now, you're the only one watching right now, as far as you're concerned. Nobody else matters, just you. So just think about that. These ones didn't turn out how I wanted because of the text, but you get the idea. You keep on spinning it. If it doesn't work, try again. If it doesn't work, try again. And it's going to save you so much time. But the thing that I'm going to show you real quick. So I'm going to take this image and I don't know if I can actually share this. Let's do this. So if you I'm going to show you how to do it from a computer. If you have Dropbox installed on your computer, this is a nice little hack that you could use. If you have something like this, this is a tab right here. Let me see if it's going to show you. Oh, I can't even show you. Sorry. So if I click on a link like this and I'm right clicking, and if I have Dropbox installed, otherwise you can go to dropbox.com. I'm not going to figure that out while I'm live, but actually I might be able to. Let me see if I'm not even sure if I'm logged into Dropbox on my computer right now because I usually use the browser, the one that's installed. Let's see. Let's see if I can quickly log in and just show you from the browser and not. Is it doing it? Is it doing it, Peter? That's a bad joke. How about this? What I'll do is I'm just going to drop this into Dropbox, this folder that I just created. I have a tab that I have called radar images or radar posting, sorry. And I keep that in Dropbox so I can do all the cool stuff. That should be uploading right now real quick. There it goes. Okay, let me refresh this. Radar posting, and then I'll share my other screen. Okay. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, I can show you over here. One second. Let me just switch it back over here. Make sure I'm not sharing any fancy personal information. I'm super paranoid about sharing personal information online. I don't think that's a bad thing to be paranoid about that. Okay, so a little hack that you could do if you can go get Dropbox. There's like free Dropbox. Go grab the free account. There's enough room in the free account to do this. So see, here's these images that I just uploaded that we just created, right? So say I wanted to, let's call this one right here. This is a nice one right here. So I wanted to hit share and I can hit create and copy link. And now it's created a link. So I can copy the link right here. And now if I go back to a browser, for instance, if I paste this, what it's going to do, it's going to bring it up as like this image. And one of the problems with this is that when this image happens, like this is not going to download the file. See how there's a 0 at the end of the URL. If I swap out that 0 and now I'm going to hit enter again, it's not going to actually bring me to that page anymore. It's going to download Dropbox. Boom. It just downloaded it to my computer. Now, the reason why you might want to do that, the reason why that actually might be good is because you're going to come over here to a CSV file. There it is. The CSV file, and you can create the links like right here. Say I wanted to create another column. I would need to give it a way to download it when I upload this to Radar. So I could just bulk upload this to Radar, because I could hit this little button and say bulk upload. And then I could either upload multiple files, but then I'd have to still schedule them out. But I like to do everything the easy way because now I have a tool that I could just go over and over again. Marketing business. Thank you for that is down to earth value. That's what I like. I just want to share. So I import the CSV. If you need it, just click download. It will give you the CSV file. I just open it up in Google Sheets. You could open it up whatever you want, as long as you'd export it as a CSV file, download CSV before you're done. But now, when you have like a new column, you're gonna be able to paste that in. And if you just hit backspace and replace the 0 with a 1, it's going to be download. Like it's going to download all of these files from your Dropbox into Radar and schedule them all out. And again, if you have another solution to this, power to you. I just gave you a free way to do it. But if you are scheduling images, also reels, you probably have plenty of space to schedule reels doing it this way. But this is a free way to do it. Now, if I just took this, you could either say schedule or draft, by the way. If I took this, included this, I'll do this on a separate chart because I'm going to do these graffiti ones as a separate upload CSV. But then you'd have this, whatever your text is, and then you'd have it as an image, single image, which tells it that it's an image versus different things like whatever the image is. And then you could, if I just drag it down, it's actually going to add one more day. So that's how you could just update this. But it's really that easy. So now that I have this file, if I wanted to update it, say today is the 5th of January, and I would just drag it down all the way down the line, and it would update the dates, export that file, go to Radar, upload it for the next 6 months or whatever you're doing. So I'm going to do these as a second image post, and these other image posts will work better on YouTube as well. So I'll be able to more organically post those ones that just have the URL in the image on YouTube. But I'm also going to post them everywhere else too. But YouTube doesn't like it when you have to send somebody to a link, if you could avoid it. But it's really that easy. Again, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. And if you do like these types of videos where I'm just literally showing you what I'm doing and the process, then let me know in the comments. Jump into my school. Again, it's like school.com spelled, and I'll just bring it up on screen real quick. It's spelled differently than the other stuff, but it's school.com/wealth on autopilot. And I also give out the checklist in my school without having to opt in if you want to, but you could just go, that's the school, jump in there. But if you ever do want to just grab the checklist, it's in the opt-in page, but watch what I do and see how I'm actually doing it. You are welcome to just copy it. And I'd recommend you change the affiliate links to your own affiliate links, but just copy everything that I'm doing and just rip me off. That's my best advice. Take this checklist, go over to this magical thing called ChatGPT or whatever your chatbot of choice is, drop it in there and say, hey, I teach this and I have this checklist. I would like to redesign this for my niche. I need to find a pain point that I could solve and help them make. Maybe you're trying to help them make money. Maybe you're not helping them make money. Maybe you're helping them feel better. Maybe it's a personal development group or whatever your thing is, whatever you're selling. Just automate your leads with AI using these methods. So again, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. And I'm going to be going live. I definitely will be going live tomorrow. If you have any questions, I'm an open book. I'm happy to help you. So thanks again, everyone. Peace out. And I will see you in the next video.